And then I always look at everyone else, and then I would look at them and be like, are they sucking their stomachs in? Because when I suck in my stomach, I don't breathe right. Hello guys! Today I just really wanted to talk about anxiety and breathing. So recently I did some research and I discovered that anxiety can be caused a lot by how you breathe. I didn't know this at all before. So I did some research on it and I found that doing deep breathing can actually really help with anxiety and things like that. I'm really curious to see if it'll help my stuttering as well. It was interesting because I was watching a video on YouTube. I'll put the link to it down below, and the man was saying to how we usually breathe from our chest, but we're supposed to be breathing from our bellies. And I found that very interesting because I usually breathe from my chest. Like, I'm never breathing from my stomach. He also goes on to say that, like, when we're in our modern day society, we're constantly like keeping our stomachs tight, like putting our chest out, and that's not really healthy. We're not using all of our lungs to breathe. I was doing this exact thing. I have been breathing through my chest for a long time. Part of that reason as well is I think because I have had a lot of stress and anxiety in my past. So I would always constantly be breathing through my chest. And recently, especially when I stand up, like when I'm at work, I am usually constantly standing up. I have noticed that I have had a lot of shortness of breath, meaning I will stand up and my stomach will get kind of bloated because I'm breathing in, but I'm not breathing enough air out. So I'll be standing up and I'll be breathing in very short breaths, like, and I'll be using my chest, like, and I would always get a very nauseous feeling, and I'm still trying to work on it. But this video that I was watching, the man, I think he's a hypnotist, but he just goes on to say that when you breathe in, to use your belly and not use your chest at all. And I found this really interesting because I have not been feeling good. Like, when I breathe, I feel like I'm not really breathing right, you know? Like, I feel like I'm always short on breath. I feel like I'm not getting enough air. I feel like I'm putting too much air out, and I've been feeling very lightheaded and not really feeling good. So I'm going to try this out and see how it goes, because I have heard a lot about deep breathing, and it's really important. Like, I mean, I didn't realize how much I breathe from my chest, but we're supposed to be breathing from our stomachs, and like, I almost never breathe from my stomach. And it's very sad because we're also self-conscious, well, many of us, to keep our stomachs tight and lift up our chest, and it's good to have good posture, but I just haven't really been feeling good. So I'm gonna try this out and see how it goes, because I have not known what it was. I did a lot of research. I also do have IBS, and I haven't been formally diagnosed with that, but I have pretty much diagnosed myself. So I have a lot of digestive issues. So I try to stay on top of that and just be careful. But yeah, and I also did discover that when, like, I get constipated, or when my IBS flares up and I'll get more bloated, that I'll have more shortness of breath and I won't be breathing as much. And I was reading about it though, and it said that you won't really actually pass out, but it's because you're not getting enough oxygen to your brain. And I also read too that breathing from your chest and not breathing from your stomach also can cause anxiety and panic attacks, which is interesting because when I would breathe those short breaths, my anxiety levels would go up. Like I would just be more nervous, I would start having bad thoughts, and my stress level would go up. And I was reading that it's because your body thinks, and your brain thinks that it's not getting enough air, so it's kind of going into a survival mode. And that feeling like you're about to pass out is not a good feeling to have. And I didn't realize how important it was to breathe correctly in order for stress levels to go down, for anxiety to go down. And right when I've been just trying to breathe through my stomach and not through my chest, and just use more of my diaphragm, my anxiety levels are, I'll feel my anxiety go down as I breathe more through my stomach. So as I'm not breathing as much through my chest, I don't feel my shoulders as much, I don't feel my chest as much, I don't feel my back as much, because when you're breathing through your chest, you're breathing basically through your shoulders, your back, and your neck, and your chest. And I've had some upper back pain. I don't know if it's caused from not breathing correctly, but I can't really say. So I have had a bit of upper back pain. So I'm just really trying to just work on this and just breathe in this way, because my anxiety levels can get horrible, just so high. So I'm just trying to do everything I can just to keep them very, very low, because it's horrible to have. You know, making sure that my stress levels are down as much as possible. Just not worrying about having that horrible feeling of feeling like I'm about to pass out. And even like when I walk around, I would just constantly be like sucking in my stomach and kind of putting my chest up, and my brain and body has been trained to suck in my stomach, which is not good because I am not getting enough air. I'm just really curious if it makes a huge difference with my anxiety and stress, because so far it has. And this man goes on to say too that, I forgot his name, but he goes on to say that things like meditation, yoga, anything where you have to breathe deeply, even doing like really intense exercise, all those things can help you breathe and just breathe very, very deeply. And he was saying that because we have a lot of stress and anxiety in our lives, and we're so busy and things going on, that will tend to suck in our stomachs and puff out our chest, also for looks as well, because of society standards. And I'm not saying everyone sucks in their stomach and, you know, kind of puffs out their chest, but I for sure have. And then it made me nervous because when I'm not thinking, when I'm not focusing on breathing, I would feel like I'm about to pass out, because I would not be breathing as much air as my lungs can take. So it's really weird, because I have to pretty much train myself to rebreathe again, and not breathe from my chest, but to breathe through my stomach. So like I have to retrain myself subconsciously to subconsciously breathe again from my diaphragm. And when I was in the Marine Corps too, I was constantly keeping my stomach tight and constantly sucking in my stomach. So I know that much of that is from that as well. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to suck in your stomach in order to look good. And I have really been struggling with that a lot, because I have been sucking in my stomach pretty much since I was like 15. And that's not good, because it's just, it's not me. Like, it's not me, you know, like I don't like to suck in my stomach. I'd rather just let it go and feel good, as opposed to sucking my stomach, seeking the approval of everyone else looking at me, but feeling like I'm about to pass out because I'm not breathing right. Because like when I would breathe, I'd always keep all of my air up here. So I would be constantly basically be hyperventilating when I would breathe, so I don't think that's very healthy. So anyway guys, I will see you in my next video. Give this video a like and subscribe, please. Bye guys.